What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of Set It Off Sunday. It's your boy Joshua Silva, my man Law over here to the left of me.
What's going on? What's going
on? Or the right, depending on where you at. Don't matter. So we outside today because it's such a beautiful day. We wanted to enjoy this beautiful weather and breathe deeply, take in nature. I know there's a lot going on, and we're going to be addressing all of that in this episode. Look forward to talking to you guys. Peace.
Peace.
Because there is another way. I know what it feels like to be a fraud. I know what it is to feel uncertain. I know what it is to be afraid. And I also know none of those feelings are my true reality. There is another way.
Set It Off Sunday.
We'll figure it out as we go. I'm always wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna be real honest with you. So this pandemic, what's going on right now, I see a lot of people worried and afraid, and their routines are changing. They feel like they're losing power and control, and people are they're really, really worried, and I get all that. But there are men that I gotta be careful how I phrase this, because I don't want people to think that I'm losing respect for these men, because I'm not in any way, shape, or form. But I know men that are literally getting sick over what's happening.
Right.
That are, they're worrying themselves to a point where their health is in jeopardy, or people are changing their habits and getting depressed. And I heard somewhere from a very, very influential, bigwig dude. He was talking about men, young men, boys. People believe that you just grow up. If you're a male, you grow up and you just know how to be a man.
Right.
When the truth of the matter is, that's never, ever been the case.
Right.
You're taught how to be a male.
Right.
As you grow up, before social media, before internet, you'd grow up in a house with a strong male figure. There'd be grandpa, there'd be your father,
right.
You know what I mean? Even sometimes, in some cases, your great grandfather, and of course, and the Almighty Father up top, and the information trickled down, and you were trained from a young boy to a young man how to be a man and what the definition of that was.
Okay.
And nowadays, that's not happening. Nowadays, a lot of men are getting the influence through, online, YouTube, and movies and all. It's this shift in culture of where you're learning how to be the person that you're supposed to be for the rest of your life, and it's happening. And now we have this pandemic. We have this situation where the whole entire world on a global level is shifting and changing. And I personally believe even after the coronavirus is gone, there's going to be new adjustments. Things will never, ever be the same.
Right.
So what I'm trying to get at is, me personally, I believe that no matter what, there is some core attributes or some core values that every man needs to have. What are some of those core values that are important to you? What are some of those? For me, I believe integrity. Integrity is a big thing. As a man, you need to let your yes mean yes, your no mean no. You have to be a man of your word. You have to do, not always what's good for you, but what's good for the situation or for the community. You have to be a person of integrity. I believe as a man, that should be something that's embedded in you, in your character and the way you move and the things you do. What are some things that you think are, important? Some core values that will never, ever, regardless of how the world changes, will never change as far as being a man.
Okay, Bill. So let me take it back before I get to that point. I'm going to choose my words correctly. So as a kid, I lost my dad.
Yeah.
So I had uncles, cousins, a lot of male figures in my life, right?
Yeah.
But I noticed that my dad not being there affected me being a father to my son, because those core values as a kid, I only learned as I got older by, you know, learning trial and error, right? So, thankfully, I had men in my life like my uncles and cousins and, you know, just people that are in my life that kind of groomed me, but at the same time, they weren't my father, so it didn't have the same effect as it would as a father, right? I say all to say this. The biggest thing I think we should focus on is A, integrity, like you said, and B, communication. Because communications is key, because right now we're getting all this information, but how do you interpret the information? If your father's not talking to you or some type of male figure, you're just going to take what you hear and just go crazy with it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And a strong man, a mentor, a coach, you know, somebody along those lines that gives you good communication is key, is valuable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I strongly feel that way, because working with you, and you're a good communicator. I've learned a lot from you.
Yeah.
Some people talk, but they can't communicate. Make sense?
Facts.
They talk about a lot of stuff, and you're like, yo, what are you talking about? But it has to be structure and communication. That's one thing. Another thing is truth. Because right now, man, we're dealing with a lot of lies out there, bro. We don't know what to believe, man.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 minute is this, 1 minute is that, and next thing you know, that's where fear comes into play.
Right.
Perfect example. I'm driving my kids, you know, to the mall the other day, right to the store, I should say. They took all the basketball hoops off
the room.
Yeah. So it's like all you see is backboards. So my daughter's like, she's scared.
Yeah.
So how do you tell a kid she can't play hoops? Because
how do you communicate that effectively
Yeah.
to where you don't alarm her or maybe
Right.
possibly even scar her for life?
yeah, and she loves basketball, and that's just one facet of it. So we're taking away all that from people, and like I said, truth, communication, and just, you know, being aware, bro.
Yeah.
You have to be aware of everything that's going on.
Facts.
Because right now, you know, nobody knows what's going on, and we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like I said, my job isn't like foolproof, but they're laying people off.
Right.
Right. So now they're laying people off. So now what? Now these people are, you know, unemployment,
Right.
you know, stimulus package. They don't know
Yeah.
what to do.
Yeah.
Nobody's aware. I had a friend tell me, "Oh, I haven't filed for unemployment in years." They don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because they haven't had to do it in years. So now
Right.
what? So
Now what?
that's the things that we got to be aware of. So
Yeah.
as men, we have to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Take the fear away and keep people aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree, man. I think the thing that I'm most fearful of in all of this crap is men and women, just people in general, giving up, tapping out. Like, to me, everything that's going on is tragic, and if I could make it go away today, I would. But if you've lost your job, if you're stuck in the house for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever, even if you're sick, like, you should still be exercising your mind in some way, shape, or form. Right. You should still be trying to figure out, how do I get better? How do I get stronger out of this? I think, again, and I might have said this before, a lot of this is about just being resilient and, you know, not to sound cliche, finding the silver lining in this very, very dark cloud. It's
But even with that though, bro, you have to want to be resilient.
Right.
Some people don't even know how to be resilient. Also, you made a good point about 14 days. So I was thinking about that, right? So let's just say you quarantine for 14 days.
Yeah.
And you come out of the house. Does that mean you're cured? Because some people are still on quarantine.
Right.
So let's say you got quarantined, you came out of the house, and next thing you know, you're at the store, and somebody, do you get it again?
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we have to have a national shutdown for that to effectively work, I feel.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that, because people are still roaming the streets, people are still going to work, people are getting affected every day because nobody's staying put. You know what I'm saying? In 14 days, who came up with that caveat of 14 days?
I think it's because the virus it's supposed to survive.
Yeah, right.
If it's in contact, it's supposed to survive for 10 days.
You know.
So they do the 14-day deal to heal people.
You're strong in your faith. So am I.
Yeah.
So for me, it's been written.
Yeah.
So I feel like this: if you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it,
right?
Regardless. I mean, not to say that people think that way, and I mean,
Right.
you're supposed to prevent things, wash your hands, things like that. But still, I mean, there's people out there that's washing their hands every day, that's being isolated and still getting infected.
Right. Right.
So if it's written, bro, it's written.
Right.
We just got to deal with
And
it.
I wanna make things clear. Like, we're not trying to take this whole situation lightly, but we believe that you have to look beyond this situation, because it is going to come to an end. And when it comes to the end, are you going to be mentally prepared for what's next? You know, there is opportunity happening right now, in the now, in some way, shape, or form, whether it is strengthening your mind and getting a better education, or if you are on lockdown for 14 days, then why are you not guaranteed, okay, 14 days, this is day one, I am 200 pounds, so by day 14, I'm gonna come out 177 pounds, and I'm gonna have body, 10% body fat. Like this is, we as a globe are being challenged. Why would you not take this opportunity to challenge yourself as a person and be able to grow from this and come out stronger on the other side? And I think that's the thing that is really perplexing me right now with, and again, I don't want to continue to pick on men, but with males. I'm not chauvinistic in any way, shape, or form, but, societies are built on the backs of strong men and strong women. And I've never been a woman, so I'm not really, trying to communicate this message to a woman. I'm communicating this message to my male brothers. Develop strength. You have purpose. You have ability. So be strong in this time. Look past what's going on and be a supportive father, husband, brother, cousin, nephew, whatever it is you need to be in order to get the people in your world and your atmosphere beyond this situation. You got anything you want to add to that?
Nah, man, you summed it up for me, man. I mean, I couldn't say it better myself. You know what I mean?
We out. Peace.
Peace.